Howdy y'all, I'm TJ and welcome back to Operation Cleverbox. I got totally surprised last weekend by a one-day Steam sale for Ark Survival Evolved. I've been wondering about it, kind of holding out, just not quite sure if I was going to do it, but I decided to just go for it, and so that's what I want to play today. There's a big part of me that's really in love with this survival genre, but there's a big part of me that's also just kind of hesitant. I know it's going to be stressful. I know that people are going to troll and all that kind of stuff and grief. But I just have to try it. I'm going to check it out, and we'll see what kind of stuff we get into today. So we're loading it up, hopefully going back into the server I was working on. I got a little start there, got a little shack going. No pets or anything like that yet, but we'll see if everything's still there and if I'm still alive. Alright, so as soon as I loaded in, I heard something very large walking around outside. Let's see what it is. It looks clear so far. I don't see anything, but I definitely heard it. Alright, so let's just go kind of check out and see. Aha! That's the guy that killed me yesterday. Really wish I could mess with him, but I am not prepared yet, so I'm just gonna hope he goes a different direction. That I can survive out here for a while. I definitely don't want him to find out. Hello. Dilo. I could take you. Kind of a spaz. Just swing until it's dead, because I get so scared. My wife is laughing at me. Getting nervous about dying from that raptor that we saw over there running around yesterday. She says, if you die, you're still gonna live. But it's like, honey, you don't understand. So I don't really use the meat except to let it rot. So I can make narcotics out of that and the narco berries. Have any meat in here? Let's see. No. Okay, just that. We'll do that later. I like to spend my days. Get that door. Right. I like to spend my days harvesting as much as possible. Because right now I just kind of want to close off this little pass. Hopefully with stone walls. So actually I think I'll grab She's still here. Let's just work on that for a little bit. There's a lot of this. If you haven't played this genre or this game, anything from Minecraft to Rust to H1Z1 and to a lesser extent DayZ. We go out, we farm, we try to make ourselves more powerful and our stuff safe. One thing I'm liking, though, is that Ark Survival here has levels for your character, so my stats go up over time. And I learn to craft new things over time. Hopefully help me, make me able to build a better base and do a little more damage, or, you know, whatever, carry more weight, various things. Hopefully, at some point today, we'll get to the point where we can go get into some more trouble. Nope. Little rubber banding there. These guys are no problem now. One thing that was getting to me, though, as far as combat, you can see it's alright. It's a little jumpy. Say it's in the league of Skyrim, as far as responsiveness anyway. One thing that was bothering me is I don't know when that spear is going to break, so it's really better to carry a couple of extras. So I'll probably make some more before I head out again. Other than that, seems like I can handle those small creatures like that Dilophosaurus. It does spit at you. I believe I learned that that's not true in real real life. But I'm not quite sure. I'd have to go look that up. Drop that in there. Oh, actually, I want to look at that, don't I? Make a couple. A couple pieces of wood. Maybe 2 more spears. What do I need? More wood. Alright. We'll just grab this stack. 2 spears. 3 spears. Just let them craft. And that is one thing about these survival games. Waiting. Waiting's a big deal. Waiting, grinding. There's just something so compelling about building up your little base, having a safe haven to come back to. That feeling of camping and surviving in the wild. And I think Ark is definitely getting that down. If you haven't checked it out before, I recommend waiting until it goes on sale again. We're in early access still, so there are constant updates. They seem to be really good about that also. Since I bought it last weekend, since I bought it last weekend, there have been 4 or 5 little updates, and I got it on sale because they were adding a new, very large animal. They call it Quetz. I don't really know how to say it properly. The full name is like Quetzalcoatlus or something like that. I'd have to look that up again to get it right. Oh, there's the tree. Thank you. Why don't we just call it Quetz for short? Or Ketz, I guess. I should drop a little bit so I can actually run. Go. Yeah, there you go. All right. So anyway, it's a very large flying reptile, so think Rodan, a large pterodactyl. What's cool about the large creatures is, and I haven't seen this in game yet, but apparently you can build on their back. So instead of just putting a harness on them, a saddle rather, to ride, you can actually build buildings and siege equipment, stuff like that, on their back. So I thought that was a pretty cool feature. What am I doing? And I'd like to see how that actually looks in game. I'll probably regret it when I do see it, because it'll probably be someone coming to destroy my little house here. In any case. So this was a fresh server as of yesterday. If I walk around, I probably won't see a whole lot of construction yet, and I don't really know where anybody else is. I haven't run into anybody. Looks like it's kind of quiet right now as well. I don't see anything going on in chat. Just make sure what's around the corner here. A bunch of Dinos running around. They've been running around here for a couple days. I think I see a scorpion. There's the raptor. Way over there. Hopefully they stay away. Just, oh. So every once in a while, and this is not one of my favorite things about survival games, your stuff breaks, you have to repair it. Doesn't take long, but it's just like, come on. Let me have a tool and just let it last, because all that is a time waster. So I'm not a fan of durability in any games at all whatsoever. Incidentally, I was really happy in Skyrim when our armor and weapons no longer suffered from durability mechanics. And I do mean suffered. I really don't like it. Obviously, I can play games that include that, but it's not the best way to fill up your game time, in my opinion. Instead, one thing I do like, or yet another thing I do like, is that you notice There's a little Dilo over there. If I were over there, he'd attack me because I'm about the same size, but apparently the animal's aggro is determined also based on size. Otherwise, he would be attacking that Stegosaurus. If I'm up next to the Stegosaurus, he's not going to care. He's just going to walk around. He doesn't care what I do because he knows I probably can't hurt him. The Dilo's not going to attack the Stegosaurus because he knows he'll get whooped. So I think that's a cool little feature. Something I read about, something that I just noticed. Anyway. Oh, hello. Get a little more stone here, and then we'll see if we can plop down a couple of stone walls. Here's another cool thing before I plop down some walls. There's food everywhere. I really like that they decided to put berries in everything. Because then I'm not worried about something silly like starving to death. I may not be, very prosperous if I have to survive on berries all the time. But at least it's a simple thing to do. You can see I'm getting pretty hungry there. I really do need to eat something. All I had to do was run out here and pick at the plants. It's a little bit silly that any given, so I could just grab some water there. It's a little bit silly that every single plant gives anything you could get from plants. Fiber, berries, whatever. But it does simplify things. And I like that. I appreciate that because we spend enough time just getting enough wood to make that simple little shack. We don't need one more thing, having to find a particular plant to get food from. Get inside. Eat a little bit. Another nice thing, simple thing. I don't have to wait. I can just spam eating. The guy's gonna eat. My hunger's gonna go up. It's a lot simpler than waiting every single time like DayZ. And I don't mean to sound so annoyed. It's just all those little things add up into a better game experience. Streamline it for me, and then I can really enjoy it when I play. And I will come back to your game, and I will buy your sequel, and all that kind of thing. Cool, so here's the level up. I didn't actually notice that happen. But I can choose any of these things to increase, and I think that's a nice little addition, too. My guy gets a little more resilient, or more skilled, or whatever, over time. I think that's pretty cool. And right now, I'm in a collecting mode, so, I'm just trying to build up. So I'm going to go with that weight stat, so I can carry more stuff. Should have just unlocked a new tier of engrams. No, next level. Okay. Oh, no. I thought I was higher than that. I'm only 22. Alright. So, just keep grinding it. Cool, so you can see over there, it worked. I've got my first little section of stone wall. I've got to fill all that in if I want to see through my plan. I don't know if it'll matter, if it'll get torn down or whatever. But I'm just going to go for it. Go for my vision of this little base here. Couldn't even talk at a time like that. So silly, right? That we get all worked up but I don't want to die. Not even in the game. Let me get inside. It's making some horrible sounds too. I don't know if you can hear that. As far as I've seen, there are no healing items. I just have to regen my health by being fed and watered, and we'll see. Alright, so one of my goals had been to get enough stuff to go ahead and put up this dino gateway. Make sure we just do this right. Then I'm going to take a little run around the island and see what else we can find here. Looks like that's... Oh, find the sweet spot. Yep, there we go. Okay. Seems to be locked in. Good thing, because now it's there for, you know, semi-permanently. Alright, pretty cool. Jurassic Park action going on there. Great. I'll just finish off the rest of that wall and I'll have one side of this covered up. I think that'll be nice. Looks like the light is going. Just gonna run around. Let's see what we can find. Probably gonna die. That's alright. Hey, Stag. I'll tame you later. You'll be mine. I think we'll end this session when the sun goes down. Probably pretty bad form to just be running around blindly. Everything's in shadows by now anyway, so not much I could do about it. I do have my nifty little map here. Not terribly helpful, but it does give me a general idea of where I am. And then, of course, we've always got these things. Obelisks, I think. Those are pretty good. Oh, oh! Hello. Evil mosquitoes! I can't even see them! Oh, and a Dilo. I'm gonna die. Yeah. Oh. Where are you? Ah! That was a weak scream, right? Try it a little bit more like that guy. Ah! Okay. So I died. That's alright. I think instead of using up my precious, precious sleeping bag, I will spawn randomly. But I'm going to have to wait until night's over, otherwise I won't be able to see anything to get back on my feet. So I think that's a good note to end it on. You can see I haven't explored very much. All the hours I've already spent, probably 8 hours or so on this. Although I did spend some time on the solo game. Just getting started, just learning how things work, checking out the bases, the base mechanics, all that stuff. And since I'm talking about that, I'll just mention before we end for today. Way cooler than H1Z1, way cooler than Rust, although somewhat similar in a lot of ways. And obviously beating DayZ out in that department, because there's still no base building there. Unless I've missed something significant somehow. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with Ark in that sense. Still very scared of the whole PvP situation, but it just feels so much better to play on a PvP server. So I kind of feel like a coward if I go PvE. Sometimes I'll do that anyway because I just want to relax and mess around, play with the dinosaurs and build and stuff like that. So we'll see where this goes. I'll keep playing it and keep enjoying it, hopefully. One really awesome thing, this would have been a dream game for me when I was 7 or 8 years old. Maybe a little bit on the harsh side for a little kid, but I mean, having dinosaurs as pets, riding them around, playing with them in battle, that would have been so awesome. And it's just another example of those games that are coming out these days that really fill the void that guys like me, people in my generation, and older and younger, would have loved when we were kids. So I think it's cool that this stuff is happening now, that it's possible, and I really want to enjoy it and keep taking part. So let me know what you think about survival games, and in particular Ark, in the comments below. If you like what you saw, hit that like button, and consider subscribing for more of our videos. For today, I'm TJ, and I'll see you next time on Operation Cleverbox.